In this episode, Ben Affleck's son crashed a Lambo? Oh, goodness gracious.
Uh-oh.
BMW CSL Homage, Audi Light Timers, and the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Welcome to episode 83 of the Weird Auto Show. What's up?
Mr. Michael Rao, has there been any hot drama going on lately?
There's been some hot drama. So hot drama in the world of celebrities, which I really don't care.
Yeah, me and you do not keep up with it. But
It's
there was
really
car
funny.
shenanigans.
There was car shenanigans, but it's really funny. So, like, my wife or, I don't know, even, like, my stepmom will say something about a celebrity. I'm like, yeah, I have no idea who this person even is. So, there is some news about someone that I actually have heard of. Ben Affleck.
Heard of them?
You've heard of that actor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've also heard of someone else called Jennifer Lopez.
Heard of them.
J-Lo. Right?
Couldn't tell you any movie they've been in, but I've heard of them.
I couldn't pick them out of a lineup.
Okay. We are bad at that.
We suck at that.
I've seen one movie in the past 5 years.
I've seen two in the past 5 years.
Ooh.
Top Gun
Yep.
and Ford vs. Ferrari.
I didn't even see Ford vs. Ferrari.
Oh, my God.
Though I think me and my wife are going to watch it soon.
You have to.
Yeah, I know the premise. I know the story. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, what's the hot drama?
Apparently, Ben Affleck's 10-year-old son backed their Lamborghini Urus into a BMW while J-Lo was in the backseat.
What the?
What a
Okay.
life.
That's Hollywood hot drama.
It is.
Wow.
Backing your almost $250,000 Urus into an M4. No, an X6, pardon me.
Here's
An
a
X6 coupe.
paparazzi photo.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's blurry, and it's a lady looking at a car that's backed into another car going, oh, no.
It's not even bad.
But it's a 10-year-old.
A 10-year-old was driving?
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly. Oh.
Allegedly, Ben Affleck's 10-year-old son backed the car.
Okay. Yeah.
How does a 10-year-old back the car while Jennifer Lopez is in the back seat?
I suspect he's... Yeah, wait, what the... You're
That-
right.
You see?
That's a good question.
Like, is a 10-year-old the chauffeur?
I suspect he's not, like, the 10-year-old karting god that he would be if he was into F1.
It's not like Schumacher's Spawn or something.
Right. You know what I'm saying, though. Because
Yeah.
they exist.
They do.
Yes.
There are those few kids that are like 10, 11 years old that have been karting since they were like a month old.
Mm-hmm.
And they can handle a car like nothing.
Yep.
I don't think Ben Affleck's son can do that. And
I also don't think that kid would back that into a BMW.
yeah, no.
No. Oof.
No. Yeah. Oof, for sure. But let's move on to some news that we actually care about, shall we?
Yeah.
How about a BMW?
No.
How about a BMW that isn't completely ugly?
Do they make those?
Oh, they might be.
Oh.
So there's a teaser. There's a teaser that there's going to be this fancy schmancy new 3-liter CSL Homage M4-Based car coming out from BMW soon.
Tell me
Yeah.
more.
So I will actually gladly tell you more because at first glance, look at its face.
It's not super tall kidney grills.
I was going to say, how big are the kidney grills?
They're not huge.
They're
They're
like-
reasonable.
They're a little big, but they're like regular-sized kidney grills.
Right.
Whoa.
Huh.
How crazy.
Now, this is an M4?
M4-Based.
What is based?
So they're essentially taking an M4 and they're doing things to it.
Okay. The art is something.
So the art is actually giving subtle and not so subtle hints as to some of the cool parts about this car. So within this very artful wrap, there are little taglines that tell you some of the exciting things that could be coming with this car. There's things like, you may see this little sign that says 6MT FTW.
Yeah.
Which, in language that you and I would speak, would say 6-speed manual transmission for the win.
Yep. Okay.
So does that tell you it could be manual?
Yep.
Hashtag save the manuals, baby. There's another
Interesting.
thing that says insanely epic, and another thing that says I like it rare. It's not talking about steak, although it should be.
What is this?
That's a render that came out a long time ago.
Oh, okay. This is not the actual car. Okay. Huh.
This is the actual CSL now. So BMW earlier this year did release an M4 CSL. They debuted it. They said, we're doing an M4 CSL. It's a lightweight M4, and it still weighs like out of 1 million pounds, like 4,000 pounds or something like that.
Okay.
Which lightweight at like 4,000 pounds. Right. Ho, 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 ho. But this is like taking the M4 CSL, and they are making it potentially pretty again.
The grille is significantly different.
I am so far with these little teasers. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Look at the kidney on this shot, which is the current.
This is the current and new M4 CSL.
Right. This is the one that you see at the car show and you go, huh, why is that so big? That seems obnoxious. And then you go to the new render, or the teaser of the new car, and it's way different.
It's way more attractive looking.
I don't think that the European plate here is just covering more kidney grill.
It looks like it's covering actual air dam.
Yeah, it stops. Did they listen?
They may have.
Oh.
So this was just like a little teaser from BMW's, I think, the director of M Cars or something like that. I don't know if that's his actual title, but his name is, I'm going to try to say this properly. Frank Van Meels.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank Van Meel, I think. Franciscus Van Meel. Something like that. Well, he posted this teaser photo on Instagram, and every BMW person is losing their mind. Rightly so. I'm so excited for this car. So the current M4 CSL, right? So the regular M4 has like 503 horsepower, something like that. Then they're taking the M4 CSL and they're lightening up the regular M4 by 240 pounds. And then with the new regular CSL, it's getting a 40 horsepower bump from the M4 competition. So this is going to be even more than that.
Dang. And I guess that the art on this is just a wrap to hide the bodywork.
It's like camo.
Yeah. Usually you see
just black and white.
Yeah.
Splots.
Black and white weirdness. I don't really know how to describe that. But this is actual BMW art kind of.
You can tell it's going
to
be paying homage.
Yeah. I kind of really like that.
Me too.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the new 2023 BMW M4 CSL is going to be costing somewhere in the neighborhood of 140 plus.
Ooh.
There are some speculations here, and I don't know how true these speculations are, but this new like 3-liter CSL Homage M4-based car could be up to a figure maybe as daunting as $800,000.
What?
I love it. Not for $800,000.
It's over $500,000?
That's over $750,000.
How?
We'll see. It may be like 1 of 10 or something. I don't know.
You could get
a lot of cars.
Yeah.
But that is not official, so we will have to come back to that.
Okay.
That's just a very through the grapevine rumor. But yeah, how about this thing?
Wow. That's crazy.
Woohoo.
I think it's cool. I think that more manufacturers should do the wrap more along the lines of the brand. That's neat to see, as opposed to just straight up camo that is specifically designed to be camouflaged.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't camouflage as well. I will say you can see body lines. You can see like the shape of the car. You could probably use Photoshop to actually take all that off.
Yeah.
But it's cool. and it's unique. Yeah, that's a cool car.
Stoked for this one.
Please don't
like
be $800K.
The first, I agree. So the first new BMW that I'm like properly excited about.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And they fixed the kidney grill.
Yes.
Which is magic. Pure magic.
Yes. So, shall we move on from the BMW?
Sure. You want to talk about something else magic?
Okay.
This is going to be magic in your eyes. So my sister sent me an article that was headlined something along the lines of new Audis can tell you when the light is going to change to green. And I went, huh?
Can't you do that already just by looking at the direction of the light for the other direction?
You can do that, but this is slightly different. You can also look at the crosswalk timer. That'll usually give you when it's going to change.
Or if it's not a timer, just a flashing hand or the white walking guy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's like the hack of trying to know when the light's going to change. Mm-hmm. But this is slightly different. So let's take a look here.
Okay.
This is Audi's new, I don't know, they call it the vehicle to infrastructure, or V2I technology.
So, okay, linking the vehicle to the infrastructure. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
The infrastructure being stoplights and all that kind of stuff. This article starts saying, at any given moment, over 500,000 motorists are glued to their smartphones while driving along American roads.
Ooh.
Which is probably true.
How many?
It says 660,000.
Jesus.
Over 500,000.
660,000 motorists at any given moment have their smartphones while driving.
I'm not surprised by that number.
I believe it.
I believe it as well.
You know what? I actually, sidebar, this past week, I was a few brief moments from near death.
Oh.
Going through a full-blown green light for me, right? And a car is running through a blatant red light right in front of me. I'm going straight. It's coming left, right.
Yep.
Well, right, left. And I had to go right to that brake pedal.
Yep.
Because I'd have been dead. It was moving 45 to 50.
Those are scary moments.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's had it happen. And you look back on that and say, man, a half a second and like, don't know if I'd be alive.
Yep. Not to derail that.
Glad that you're back.
Yeah.
So maybe this can help with that problem. Anyway, this tech is called vehicle to infrastructure. It is being deployed specifically in some American cities at this time. This is the first time that a manufacturer has connected this feature all the way up and started using it in a production car. They've used it in testing before, and Audi is not the only manufacturer using this.
Oh.
But what it does is it counts down the time remaining until the traffic light will turn green. So you're at a red light, and on the dashboard will show a timer, and it will start counting down in seconds until it's going to turn green.
And this is because of that V2I, VTI thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. It's displayed on both the instrument cluster and the heads-up display. It is a countdown clock, and it is real-time predictions for drivers interested. You can turn this off. Now, currently, this only works in southern Nevada. Basically, it's around Vegas is where it works.
Got it.
And it's limited to subscribers to the Audi Connect Prime service, which costs, get ready, $200 every 6 months.
What?
$400 a year.
Okay.
This is not the only feature that the Audi Connect Prime service has, but this is one of many.
Okay.
Yeah. That price seems steep to me.
Right. $200 every 6 $400 a year.
Right. The tech
know
itself,
that your light's going to go green in 32 seconds.
The tech itself will be available on models of the Audi A4, Q7, and A4 all-road manufactured after June 1st of 2016.
Oh, so they're retrofitting it to older cars.
They had been putting this into cars, and now they're finally rolling the technology out, which I think is neat. Yeah. So as far as my understanding of how this works, the information on the traffic lights, the signal phases, is transmitted to a regional control center in Las Vegas to Traffic Technology Services, which is a private vendor of traffic systems that uses machine learning to track the consistency of data packets and to make projections on wait times. Audi vehicles receive the amount in highly accurate predictions and display them on the dashboard. So this is a series of, there's tech at the stoplight that is giving a database somewhere information, and then that data is being sent into a machine learning network that's then being sent all the way out to the customer, which would be the car and the driver.
Huh.
Now,
Interesting.
this is cool tech, I will say. I'm a fan of seeing this kind of stuff because in the future, I can totally see a world. I'm talking far in the future. But for efficiency purposes, I can see a world where you get in your car, you tell it, I want to go here. And to start, it will figure out, based on current traffic conditions and based on current traffic mappings, you should start your route and go 35 miles an hour down this road. And if you start at this second, you will efficiently get through all the stoplights to get to your destination.
I see where you're going with that.
Right. That's what this is, I'm sure, is trying to move toward.
Got it.
Just efficiency and effectiveness of getting through stoplights. Now, the next step up of this would be a world where all the cars communicate with each other.
No.
This is way down the road. In which case, you can weave traffic through intersections without having a stoplight.
That's also saying that people will be paying attention.
This would be an automated system. This could not be people doing this. Yes. But you can see a world where that would be effective. And you can see the efficiency gains that would happen. If you could weave traffic through an intersection effectively, you don't have to stop.
Life is not just about efficiency, though.
For car manufacturers, it is. Sometimes.
Oof.
I think that this is cool tech. I don't know the viability of this actually moving outside of just Las Vegas, because from my understanding of it, you need technology at each stoplight. So you would need the infrastructure to be put in place. And I don't think that every city is putting these smart lights and all this data infrastructure
I'd be
in place.
curious to know how much more these like smart lights cost the city of Las Vegas versus good old-fashioned red lights.
I'm sure they do, but I can see the sales pitch for the gain in efficiency and the understanding of what your lights are doing. Like, think about being a tech or somebody in that monitoring room. You know now a light is messed up or an accident has happened there because you have more information on the traffic patterns. Alone on the traffic patterns, you could probably figure out if there's an accident. And you could figure out if, that light's been, messed up by wind or lightning or something like that. You have those data points. It's cool. I just don't know how effective or if other cities will jump on board. It does sound like other manufacturers are jumping on board. I don't have a list of them right now, but I want to see more of this. It's kind of neat. Is it worth $400 a year? Hell no.
Absolutely not. No.
Not right now.
Nope.
But it's neat.
It's interesting.
Yep. Yeah, you can see the little heads-up display here.
That's, again, also assuming that the driver is paying attention to that. They should take it a level further, and at least in Vegas, when the light goes green, your seat should buzz a little bit to say, hey, dumbass, wake up. It's time to go.
Just zap you with electricity.
Well, that could work too. Shock them to death.
I don't think that's a good idea.
But again, this is all assuming that the consumer is not just looking at their phone the whole time, and then all of a sudden the light goes green. They're still looking at their phone. They're still looking at their phone. They're still looking at their phone. They're sending an Instagram. They're sending a Facebook, a TikTok, or something. And then all of a sudden, 4 minutes later has gone by, and the light has changed 3 more times.
Yeah, that is a different problem to solve, but one that we should probably solve more pressingly than this, honestly.
I wish I could just go around and press a button every time I saw someone on their phone while they're driving.
Yeah.
And then it would just zap them. And then their phone would just jump out of their hand.
I agree.
Poop.
There should be a legitimate punishment for texting and driving.
A punch in the face. Or a kick in the dick.
I don't know. I don't know if it should be financial, physical. I don't know what it should be.
Physical.
You ding your credit score by 10
No,
points.
physical. Break your nose.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you're texting and driving. Come here. You got a broken nose.
That is the old way of doing it.
Yes, we should go back to that.
All right, let's move on.
All right. So this past weekend, there was a really cool event that happens every year. It's called Goodwood Festival of Speed.
Oh, Goodwood.
It's, how do we even describe Goodwood? It's like a week-long car show, hill climb, car meet, race, celebration, historic event, and like cars and coffee all just like together.
Goodwood is a bunch of British car enthusiasts getting together doing British car enthusiast things.
It's immense.
Yes.
That is one of all the car events I want to go to throughout my life. Goodwood is probably, I'd say, it's either top 5 or top 10 for me.
Yeah, I could say that.
Because you get everything. You
Yep.
get new stuff, old stuff. You get motorcycles. You get cars. You get trucks. You get rally. You get hill climb. You get race cars. You get street cars. You get every single thing you could think of.
All of it.
It's really cool.
It is neat.
So, you want to go through a quick little thing of pics of Goodwood here? So, taking a look at like some of the stuff that came out, they had their like Goodwood display with all the cars on the tops and all that. They have this Ferrari FXX Evo, and then this picture we're looking at right now. This is the new BMW M3 Touring, which is my favorite current BMW because the new one that we just talked about is not out yet.
Okay.
This is the M3 with the ugly face, but it is made up for with a big booty. Big booty Judy. I wish they would bring that to the States, and they're not gonna.
That does look cool. And I do wish they would bring it to the States.
This is a one-off Ferrari that I actually don't know what it is. It's like a 286 SP or something like that.
I don't know either.
Interesting. There's a lot of these really crazy stuff. There's this Gordon. Go back up. There's this. Ooh, the GT4 RS. Right next to the Gordon Murray Automotive T50 with a naturally aspirated, I think it's a V12.
And it looks like a fan in
Yep.
the middle.
It's one of the best sounding cars ever. Really, really cool stuff, though. Yep, there's that Gordon Murray T50 again. Oh, right next to the Pagani Huayra Codalunga, I believe.
I think
That we talked about last week.
Yep.
All right,
There's
there's
the
that
AMG
AMG
one.
Project One.
Yep.
So far, have you seen anything that's kind of tickling your fancy?
This whole show is such a weird combination of a whole bunch of odd cars.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little bit of everything. You have your British love. You have the Italian flair. You have the craziest cars that people can come up with. All show up to Goodwood.
Yep.
And I think that's like almost magical.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's a celebration of cars.
It is.
Oh, go back up. A couple pictures. Oh, what's that black gray over there on the right? That's a Rimac.
Yeah, you're right.
All the weird cars you never see.
Yeah.
A McLaren P1 Spider, one of one.
Jeez.
There's
Okay.
so much crazy stuff. That's Koenigsegg.
Zag.
This is the Hennessy Venom.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, the new Ferrari Daytona SP3.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ooh.
baby. Yes. I want to see this car in the flesh.
That's cool looking.
In the flesh. There's the Hennessy
That's the
Venom
Hennessy.
again. There's the M3 Touring. Yes. Bugattis and more of everything.
I feel like a Bugatti is almost normal there.
it's like almost, I dare say, boring.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Is that a Subaru 2.5 RS?
That
It
is. Yeah.
legendary.
That did the hill climb too.
Legend.
recall.
Wait for it. Dairy. Ooh, the new Singer Project Turbo. Crazy stuff. McLaren
Oh.
F1s, 2 of them.
Just two. Chilling. You
Just
know.
hanging out. Oh, there's that M3 Touring in matte black. Looks actually
Kind of like that.
not horrible.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Ooh, the new Porsche Sport Classic.
We just talked about that.
Yes, love that car. Another Bugatti. That's a pure sport, though, so that's a little more exciting. And then this CLK GTR in what I think is oak green metallic.
Okay.
Mm.
Ooh. That's
New
wild.
Mercedes C63 AMG, I believe, with a hybrid 4-cylinder. Boring. the new Polestars. There's just so much stuff. Oh, a purple car. I like a purple car.
Yeah. I will say the manufacturers are starting to bring their EVs here, which is kind of interesting. And when I was listening to the announcers do the hill climb, they were tentatively not for or not against the EVs, but you could hear it in their voice that they were just not as enthused when it went up the mountain as opposed to like a V12 Aston. Reasonably so.
Yeah.
I get it. But it was interesting to hear their voice change a pitch.
Yeah, there was one particular car that actually, I believe, set the new record. And I believe it's called the McMurty fan car. I'm looking for a picture of it. And it is the funkiest looking thing
I
think I've ever seen.
The McMurty fan car was indeed... Here, I'm going to pull up McMurty's website because they have a good photo of it here.
Oh, good. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
There it is. It's an EV.
It is an EV. It has 2,000 kilograms of downforce at 0 miles an hour.
So not moving, it's creating 2,000 kilograms of downforce.
Yes. So the way this works is it actually has a fan in the car. And when they were going to do their run, they got to the line, flipped a switch, and you could hear a fan, kind of like a jet engine, spool up to really high RPM. And apparently that sucks the car to the bottom of the ground. Now, I know that this was F1 tech a long time ago, and this got banned from F1 very quickly when this happened. But they took this car, they designed the car to have the footprint of an F1 car back in the 80s. So,
That's what the footprint of this car is?
Yeah, it's very small.
That's what I was going to say. It's super it's short and stout.
Yes. It was supposed to be an F1 car back in the 80s when they used to run these fan cars. And it did ridiculous speed. I don't remember the exact time. It was like 36 seconds.
I don't remember the time either, but it was just
I think it was
mental.
6 seconds faster than the second place car.
Mental.
Ridiculous. And when you watch the run, you'll see it ends up going through the course, but as it goes through the course, it just kicks gravel and dust and dirt everywhere.
It's like scary fast.
Yes. Extremely scary
nuts.
fast. Yeah. It was cool. When they were saying this is a McMurty fan car, I thought that they meant fans as in like enthusiasts.
That's
fans.
what I did. That's my brain went, okay, so the fans of McMurty designed this car?
And then they ran it, and I was like, oh, that's a fan that's sucking the car to the ground. That kind of car.
That's where the fan is.
Yeah. It was wild.
Interesting.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Goodwood is always awesome.
It is. But that's all I really got for this episode. You got anything else?
I do not, my friend.
All right, so that's going to wrap us up for episode 83. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, a thumbs up, and a comment on this video. That would be amazing. If you are listening on audio only, please don't forget to follow us on that platform of choice and leave us a 5-star rating and a review. Don't forget, while you're at it, follow us on social. Facebook is We Are Auto, Instagram is We Are Auto _, YouTube is We Are Auto, and our website is weareauto.io. So again, thanks so much. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.